An estimated 12 to 15 million people worldwide are not recognized as citizens by any country. If a person has no citizenship, they're often denied the rights that most people take for granted. They often can't go to school, visit a doctor, get married legally, work, vote, or own a house. They usually end up living on the margins of society where they're vulnerable to exploitation, including slavery and prostitution. They are stateless. The Roma are an ethnic group with origins in India, who have lived in Europe for centuries. A significant number have no nationality. Roma families often don't register the birth of their children and don't hold official property titles, preferring to pass their houses to relatives informally. This makes it difficult to prove where they're from and leaves them very vulnerable. The breakup of former Czechoslovakia and former Yugoslavia caused enormous difficulties for them when the successor states claimed the Roma belonged elsewhere. Many Roma in Kosovo and Bosnia have become stateless because of mass displacements during wars. More than 500,000 people in Thailand are stateless. Many are members of ethnic hill tribes who live in the mountainous north and have distinct languages and cultures. The government has refused to give them ID cards or provide state services. This has left them vulnerable, especially to human trafficking. At least 800,000 Nepalese do not have citizenship. Some people think the figure is a lot higher. Many people don't know that it's important to have a certificate of citizenship, and they can't afford the costs involved in applying for one, or have difficulty dealing with the bureaucracy involved. Married women can't get a certificate without the approval of their husband or father-in-law, and women married to foreigners can't pass citizenship on to their children. The United Nations Refugee Agency, UNHCR, fears a proposed new constitution could worsen statelessness in the country. Nepal is also home to a large stateless population from neighbouring Bhutan. In the early 1990s, Bhutan expelled over 100,000 people of Nepali origin after stripping them of citizenship. They sought refuge in Nepal, where they were also refused citizenship. Many have now been resettled in the United States. The Rohingyas from Western Myanmar have suffered a history of abuse. Unlike the majority of the population, they are Muslims of South Asian descent. In 1982, Myanmar passed a law which made it impossible for them to get full citizenship. In the early 1990s, many fled to Bangladesh following a government crackdown. Today, an estimated 800,000 still live in Myanmar, and hundreds of thousands more are living in limbo in Bangladesh and across Southeast Asia, Pakistan, and Saudi Arabia.